I am curious, Dan, like what made you want to talk about collaboration and why is that topic so interesting for you?
I started noticing about, I don't know, 10 years ago. I was at one of my local beer houses. I walked down the street. They were doing something called a tap takeover, which was a collaboration between a brand of beer and the actual brick and mortar beer house. It's a good way to get yourself more known. If I didn't walk into a tap takeover, I may not have discovered many of the microbreweries around Madison here. There's a lot of collaboration on social media as well. A lot of influencers are working with brands. They're taking sort of the gravitas that they've built up as influencers and lending some of that to a brand, and the brand is lending them some of their goodwill that they've built up over the years and sort of working together. Of course, the age-old example that I go back to is in rap music. I would say a majority of rap music has, so and so featuring this other artist.
It's interesting because when we see these, kind of crossovers in real life happening, whether it's like drinks, whether it's food on social, whether it's like in music, I feel like we almost don't even really think about it. It just seems like such a natural, like, oh yeah, these two things go together. Of course they did. But I feel like it takes a lot of creativity for, kind of the masterminds behind these collaborations to actually come up with the idea and the format and to carry it out successfully. So to get everyone's creative juices flowing, I know you have come up with some very fun ideas for some brand crossovers you would like to see happen. Would you be willing to share some of those with us?
Well, let me tell you, I had one of those brilliant ideas this morning. Do you know how Ben& Jerry's combines two flavors in one pint to create a whole new flavor sensation? Well, I kind of had that same idea for two restaurants, the Olive Garden and Outback Steakhouse. What I want to do is combine these two great franchise restaurants into one brand new restaurant. It would be an Italian steakhouse. Now, what you do is you take the best parts of the Olive Garden and the best parts of Outback Steakhouse, you combine them together, and what do you get? Olive Back Steak Garden.
Olive Back Steak Garden.
Are you with me?
That's a good
Then
question.
In addition to that, I've come up with another great mashup. As a designer, I've always noticed that the Green Bay Packers logo and the Chicago Bears logo are very similar in shape. Why not do a mashup of the two teams, known as
The Bear Pack.
but then yeah, my feed fills up with a lot of trash talking from both sides, and I don't know. I'm just trying to bring people together at least.
What kind of advice do you have for any sort of, business? So whether it's a business owner, a marketer, or whoever, in terms of, generating ideas that might work for them and their organization that won't result in, a bunch of hate saying like, oh, we can't have the bear pack. Maybe, thinking of examples that people will enjoy and be on board with.
If you're a business and you're looking for an opportunity to collaborate, I would say step one is to call me. Tell me a little bit about your company, what you do, what the name of it is, and I could usually run with it from there. Beyond that, if you sort of want to just kind of do it yourself, look at the name of your business. Does it sound like any other business that you've heard of before? If so, there's an opportunity to collaborate. Like the Bear Pack idea, look at your logo. Does it kind of sort of look like a logo of another company around your town or even nationally? It's 3% idea and 97% how you tell the story, because it's sort of fun when two companies that you wouldn't even consider that could collaborate, when you find just that one little thing that can unite them, then you can just run with it from there. Like it doesn't have to be like, oh, company A makes hot dogs and company B makes hot dog buns. What a perfect, they could collaborate. I mean,
Right, right.
it doesn't have to be so literal. It can be conceptual.
So I don't want to freak anyone out, but we're here talking about brands collaborating as we as two different brands and two different people are collaborating on this content piece. So, we're getting a little meta here, but my plan for this content, I'm gonna, share this video on social media, LinkedIn specifically, and then I actually want to repurpose this into a blog post that looks at some of the kind of tactics and technicalities behind doing a collaborative piece. So, that's just one way that, the content we're creating today could be used.
The collaboration we're doing right now, this is marketing for both our businesses on steroids. Always stay open to collaboration because from the consumer, the customer standpoint, to me, it's always fun to see two businesses come together on a collaboration. We go to places that we like. So if there were two businesses that I wasn't interested in, but then they came to get together in an interesting collaboration, I would have more interest in those companies as individual, and I would follow them after their collaboration was over as well.
Right,
So
right.
it's just about being fun and being interesting in the world of marketing.
I think that's the perfect bow to put on top of that beautiful gift of knowledge that you gave us today, Dan.
I'm always glad to help. And that's another thing. I like collaboration so much because I like collaborating with people. I like connecting with people. I like helping. Like if there's anything that I have in my brain that's been in there that I can spit out through my mouth hole and just teach someone something new or help them see something from a different perspective, I'm all about that. If anyone's watching this and you need collaboration ideas or you just need someone to collaborate with, Elise is here for you. No, and me too.
We look forward to seeing you soon.
I mean, not to brag, but whenever I go to like a networking event, a local networking event, people are always complimenting me on my jacket or a, a fancy pocket square or something like that. So I do feel like I could have my own line of clothing or something, accessories or something like that.
I just thought of an amazing idea. So we
a
blow,
collaboration.
yeah, we blow LL Cool Bean out of the water. You come up with the design ideas. You tell me what your vision for this apparel is. I'm learning how to sew.
Oh my gosh.
I could make this happen.